Hello and welcome to Lion Pride Sports as we continue our interview series. I'm Ivy Reynolds and I'm joined today by head softball coach Liz Kelly. Coach Kelly, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for stopping by today.
Yep.
Awesome. So getting right into it, you've coached at various schools, California, Alabama, Ohio. What drew you to the St. Louis area whenever you started at Maryville and now you're here at Lindenwood?
Yeah. My coaching career has been vast. I'm from California originally, and so if you want to coach, you got to be willing to move. And so it's been a passion of mine, and I would say St. Louis provides, it's a metropolitan area, while also giving a small town feel to it. So that's what really drew me to the St. Louis area.
Awesome. And then you have experience not only at the collegiate level, but also a little bit on that Olympic stage.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about that journey and what that was like from a coaching aspect to be like a part of that?
Right. The Olympics, to most people, is seen as the pinnacle. And I have to tell you, it is. It was an amazing experience to coach elite level athletes and also to have the whole Olympic feel. In 2005, I was asked to coach the Dutch national team, which then our goal was to qualify for the 2008 Beijing Games, and it was just an amazing experience.
Right, and so then from coaching at that level, what is kind of the difference or kind of some things that you might take away from that to bring to the college level then after that?
You know, really at any level, I've coached Division I, coached Division II, coached an Olympic team. At any level, it's trying to build that team within the team that really feels good, and if you're successful at that, then the wins will come out of that. And it's just trying to develop each individual to understand the self-sacrifice that it takes to a commitment to the team to build your program.
So then 20 plus years of experience for you. And so a lot of that comes from, like you said, the Division I level and some of the Division II as well. So what have you found makes for a successful program?
I think, like I was just saying, just trying to build each individual, have them have a commitment to each other and to the process of building a team. I've taken teams, the underdog teams, a lot of my career, and have just feel great pride in building them up to championship level teams. I don't think there is a secret. I think it's just hard work and persistence and passion for the game, and your players. And our staff hopefully can develop our team here at Lindenwood, and I'm super excited and look forward to great things here.
Awesome. Well, I mean, you have a record, just a number of over 400 wins, and I think it's 444 wins. And that means that people must be buying into, your philosophy and your dedication to these athletes. So if you could describe kind of your coaching style then, maybe not so much your philosophy, but your style of coaching and kind of the change that you made whenever you came into Lindenwood, because you guys did have quite a turnaround last season. I think you improved by about 6 games. So, can you give me a little bit insight into that style that you have?
Yeah, I don't think everyone buys into a style or a certain way. I think it's more collectively back to building your team, like developing each player individually. Of course, their skills and abilities, we're very strong on that, but it's the team really wanting to support each teammate. Every team that I've coached, that I would say has been a common denominator of people caring, the players caring about each other, and when that happens, it gets Olympic. It doesn't matter, Division I, Division II, Division III, Olympic team, when that happens, it's magic, and that's what we're striving for.
Of course. Okay, so 1 season under your belt here, starting the 2nd season. What are you looking to see from your players, from the team that you may have started building last year and are kind of hoping to maybe harvest a little bit more this year?
Yeah, we had a great year last year. We have a freshman all-conference player, a pitcher, and a shortstop returning from last year's team, Stormy Galka and Austin Pauly, and both are super good players. We've been able to build on that. We're very young this year, and we're going to it's never easy, it's never perfect, and we're going to be on a little bit of a roller coaster. but we're going to, etch it up and eke it up and get going. So I think our recruiting class has been really strong, and we're just looking to build and build and build over the next few years.
Right. So then how do you mentally prepare your players for, kind of spring season can kind of become a grind, especially once you get to that end of the school year. I mean, you've had your kids, they've had the first semester, and then they're coming in their second semester, and it's starting to wind down, but you want to get them past that point, deep into May. So how do you prepare your players, for that mentally long schedule?
Right. Yeah, it's back to that, saying it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and that's how we look at it. We want to be peaking in April, May. So it is a long road. It's a lot of skill development. It's a lot of self-restraint and just players, okay, we need to start that one over.
Okay, wait, ask me again. Yeah, no, just like how do you prepare your players for such a long, trip and getting them to maybe just buy in from the beginning and hold it all the way through the end, because it can become, it's mentally tasking, it really is.
So our season's year long. We don't just get fired up in the fall and then we play and we're done. We get to build. It's a process throughout the year. So we'll build up and try to keep them focused and peak in April.
Awesome. So then, on the other side of things, if you're kind of thinking about, it's not always, they say at D2, it's not just about athletics, because D2 really emphasizes that student athlete, or the student and student athlete. So what emphasis do you put on academics for your team?
Huge. Our team was in the top 10 in the country for the NFCA. It's our Coaches Association poll. With a GPA, I think it was 3.64, and that's something we really pride ourselves in the classroom. I think too, just having the balance of life, like you're explaining, of academics and athletics. That's why I do like Division II so much, because it really provides an opportunity for our players to have a little bit of life outside of their sport, while also competing at a very high level in their sport. So Division II is a perfect blend. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So then, obviously, you came whenever you left kind of that Division I style. You came to Maryville before coming to Lindenwood. So then, those two teams very close to each other. I think Maryville even sometimes uses our field here.
Last year, last year there we did.
Yeah. So can you tell me a little bit about the relationship that you have, but then also kind of being rivals in that aspect?
We're in completely different regions, completely different conferences, so we don't really even intermingle, Lindenwood and Maryville. That's kind of how I became aware of Lindenwood, when we played all of our games here, and we had just such an outstanding season at Maryville. So we're looking to have our own home field and have our own outstanding season here.
Of course.
So yeah, it's completely different. It's amazing. 20 minutes down the road, they're in a completely different region, conference.
GLVC, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
GLVC. We're in the harder MIAA. We're in the Central region. They're in Midwest region, going forward into playoffs. So we would not potentially see them until mid-May.
Okay. So then, obviously, St. Louis area, when you go out and recruit, where do you usually go to recruit, and what are you looking for in players? Because obviously you're going to have some connections to California, you're going to have some connections to the South. Where are you going to look, and what are you looking for in those players?
Yeah, we look in the St. Louis area. We obviously hound all the high schools locally, go for the top talent, and when they go elsewhere, then we kind of hit the Chicago area.
Okay.
We've also have a lot of success recruiting in Arizona. It's very strong for softball, and also in California. Looking for players that are overall good people is number one, who are coachable, who are talented, who have at least one thing that they can bring to the table in that first year, whether it be speed, hitting, excellent defense, that they can help us on the field right then while we're developing their other skills.
Right, and then last question here. Let's just take a look at the schedule this year. What type of strength of schedule do you have, and what are you trying to do throughout your schedule to get you to that MIAA conference tournament? Yeah,
so to start with MIAA is very tough. It's a very tough conference. The national championship, the champion came from our region last year, not our conference per se, but within our region. So it's very competitive. which we like because to be the best, you got to play the best.
Right.
And so we're going to rise up to that occasion, and I look forward to that. Our preseason is similar to last year. Played a couple tournaments, one in Tennessee, one in Chicago, and then we have a sprinkling of home games against non-conference teams. And we're just going to look to build every game. You know, our goal is to get better, to learn, not repeat our mistakes, and just to increase, and get better within ourselves every game.
Right, run that marathon.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we wish you the best of luck and success in your season. We'll be rooting for you the whole time.
Thanks,
so
Ivy.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
That's it for this edition of Lion Pride Sports. Tune in next time as we continue our interview series. Once again, for Coach Kelly, I'm Ivy Reynolds, and thanks for watching.